Throughout the last 2.5 years, Dragons Rising has managed to give us just around 50 sets, and in this video, I'm going to be ranking them all. Let's get right into it. Starting off with numbers 49 through 47, here I have the Rising Dragon Strike sets, in no particular order. I mean, they're all pretty similar. We got these sets for Kai, Nia, and Eren, and they're all pretty okay in my opinion. I like the play feature, it does work decently well, but it's not all that great in my opinion, and the minifigures are definitely nothing special, which is why they're here down at the bottom of the list. Next up, moving on from number 46 to 44, here I have the Dragon Power sets, and these ones aren't much different. They're also gimmick sets, but I feel like the pieces in this one are just slightly better, and the minifigures are also just a little bit better, which is why I'm going to be putting them ahead. But we did get these for Nia, Kai, and Lloyd, and again, they're all pretty similar. Next up, moving on to number 43, here I have the Ninja Team Combo Vehicle set, and this set is one of my least favorite Ninjago sets of all time. I personally just don't see why anyone should be buying this set. It doesn't have any exclusive minifigures, the build is just awful, and on top of that, you have a terrible price of $90. I don't think anyone should be paying full price for this set. I don't think anyone should be paying for this set. It's just a pretty horrendous set in my opinion. Going on to number 42, here I have Kai's Source Dragon Battle. This one is a 4+ set, so naturally it's going to be overpriced, but this one in my opinion is just $38 for a Climber Kai, and that's just not worth it in my opinion. Wolf Mask Warriors are nice, but we get them in much cheaper and better sets. The dragon in this one is alright, though it's not amazing, so that's why I'm putting it so low. Going on to number 41, I have Eren's Battle Mech, and this one's a similar story. It's around $15, comes with 2 minifigures. I think the value in this one is a lot more there, but Eren's minifigure is a really lazy just mask swap, and that's why I don't really like it that much. Wolf Mask Warrior is a nice inclusion. Eren's Battle Mech itself is goofy, but it's alright for a 4+ set. I mean, there's not much more I could expect, so I think overall, this set is just slightly better than the other 4+ set. Going on to number 40, with another 4+ set, here I have Nia and Eren's Baby Dragon Battle, and this one is just slightly more worth it in my opinion. It does come with Nia, and the next cheapest set that she came in was like $95, so I guess that's a good deal. I also did pick this set up, and I gotta say that little Imperium Hunter build is kinda cute, so for that, I'm gonna put this set at number 40. Going on to number 39, I have the Ninja Spinjitzu Temple, and this set is one of the most beautiful 4+ sets I've ever seen, not gonna lie. I really like the temple in the back, I think that looks really nice. Also, 4 minifigures for $40, pretty good, but these minifigures are quite lazy in my opinion. Half of them don't have hoods and none of them have armors, which is just kind of a bit lazy on LEGO's part in my opinion, but just because the build in the back looks so pretty, I'm gonna be putting this set up here. Going on to number 38, we have, I believe, the best 4+ set from Ninjago Dragons Rising. We have Kai and Roz's car and bike battle. Now, this set is just essentially $20 for Lord Roz, but Lord Roz was such a good minifigure that I think this set is kind of worth it. Other than that, if you're not going to get him for Lord Roz, Kai is a decent minifigure to get, and the 2 car builds are alright, but nothing too special. I mean, it's a 4+ set, not much more to say, but it does come with that awesome Lord Roz minifigure, which is why I'm putting it ahead of the other 4+ sets. Going on to number 37, we have another set which I kind of hate. We have Kai's Mech Storm Rider, and this set, it's an alright set. It reminds me a lot of Monkey Kid, and I could have seen myself really liking this set if it wasn't $50. Man, that $50 price point just really kills it for me. I can see this set going for $40 with maybe like an additional Dragonian Warrior, but that's another point of criticism. There's only 3 minifigures in this set, which even for $40, that seems like a little bit less, and the build doesn't even make up for it. Like, the build is alright, it does include some big pieces, but overall, I'm not too impressed with this build. I'm very disappointed by the minifigure selection, and all in all, a pretty terrible price, so that's why this set is so low. Going on to number 36, we have Zane's Ice Motorcycle set, and this one is an alright small set. It's a $10 set, so there's not too much we can expect out of it, but I feel like this one fails at being a $10 set just because all other $10 Ninjago sets that we've ever gotten come with 2 minifigures, and this one only comes with 1. I get it, it's the cheapest way to get Zane, but Zane without armor piece, I mean, not great, and if they'd added like one of those purple and red Wolf Mask Warriors, this set would have just been so much better, but as it stands, it's just a forgettable set. Going on to number 35, here I have Kai's Dragon Spinjitzu Spinner. These are the new spinners that come in the Ninjago 2025 wave, and these ones I think are the best gimmick sets that we've gotten so far. Kai is my least favorite because I have personally gotten a little bit bored of his color scheme. However, I do have to say the gold and red on Kai's suit does look pretty good. I do like that torso piece, it fits well with the mask piece, and overall, the spinner does spin really well. It spins for a long amount of time, and it comes with an extra Dragonian Warrior, so I feel like this is a gimmick set that most kids would enjoy, which is why it's kinda high, but it is the worst of the new Dragon Spinjitzu spinner sets in my opinion. Going on to number 34, here I have Sora's Dragon Spinjitzu Spinner. Again, pretty much same things, except I like the color scheme on Sora a lot more. White, pink, dark blue, I've always loved that color scheme, and I absolutely love it here as well. Other than that though, I have a lot of the same praises. The spinner spins really well, comes with an extra Dragonian Warrior instead of a Dragonian Scout like in Kai's set, and just in general, I feel like this one's just a little bit better than Kai's set. Going on to number 33, here we have Lloyd's Pullback Race Car, and this set is personally just not for me. I'm not a huge fan of the looks of the car, though I can admit that it does look pretty good. I like the Dragonian Warrior and Lloyd. Overall, I feel like $25 for this set isn't a terrible price, but 20 would have been absolutely perfect. But given that pullback feature, I think that 25 is fair. Personally, whether or not you enjoyed this set just kind of depends on you. If you want to play with this set a lot, then I feel like this set could be a good one to pick up. But for me personally, I'm more interested in the display value and the minifigures, and this set's just not all that great. But I feel like this could be a great pickup set for kids. Going on to number 32, here I have Lloyd's Green Forest Dragon, and this one's really similar. I think this one's a good one that you can play with. I like the looks of the dragon. I think it has a really clean look. I love those giant green wings and that green head. I just love it being like a green recolor of that Ryu because green is my favorite color, and I think that they absolutely nailed this dragon. This set does lack a lot in the minifigure department though. It only comes with 2 minifigures, I mean technically 3, but that Lloyd is just so disappointing. I don't know why they couldn't have just given us regular Storm Lloyd, and instead this Lloyd is kind of just like a mishmash of different Lloyd suits, and it doesn't look particularly good in my opinion, so that's kind of what's dragging this set down. But other than that, it's a really solid dragon in my opinion. I really like how it looks. Next up at number 31, here I have Aaron's Ninja Off-Road Buggy Car, and this set did get a lot of hate for that price, and I do think that it is overpriced for sure, but I also don't think it's that badly overpriced. Like maybe it's $5 to $10 overpriced, but I feel like the use of the big pieces and the minifigure selection kind of makes up for it. As it stands though, I really do like the look of the car. I think it does look pretty sleek and pretty cool, and the minifigure selection I think is also really good. It's not a great set by any means, but I feel like this one's a solid set that's just a little bit too overpriced. If you can find this set for like $20-$30 off, then for sure go pick this one up. I think you'll really enjoy it, but with the price, I just can't really put it any ahead of this. Going on to number 30, here I have the final gimmick set from 2025, the Dragon Spinjitzu Battle Pack. Now this set is good for a variety of reasons. First of all, $20 is a pretty good price for this set in my opinion. It comes with 2 of those spinners, and these spinners, I feel like more than any other spinners since like 2011, have that battle aspect to them. Like you can actually have them battling each other, and like the plastic pieces on the sides will come off. I think that's a really fun play feature. Also, the minifigures in this set are fantastic. This is currently the cheapest way to get Lord Roz, which is really fantastic because I love that Lord Roz minifigure. Also, Aaron, he's a pretty good inclusion, I can't lie. Also, the side build that they included where you can kind of like crash these spinners into that build thing, that's also really good. I like how that looks. This set's just a really fun set for children. I think that children are going to have a lot of fun battling these spinners, crashing it into the side build, and overall, I feel like this is a really good one to pick up, even if you don't plan on playing with it. Going on to number 29, here I have the Imperium Dragon Hunter Hound. This one came back in 2023, and I think that this one's a really good small set. For one, it comes with 3 minifigures for $20. It's the cheapest way to get all of the minifigures, so I think for that itself, a lot of people did pick this one up. Other than that though, the Imperium Dragon Hunter Hound by itself is a pretty good looking build. I just wish it had a little bit more articulation actually having this set in hand. I do like how it gets like really thin near the back. I think that was interesting. And I'm a big fan of the mouth. I like how it looks from certain angles, but I wish that they could have made the bottom jaw just a little bit bigger, because as it stands, like if you have the mouth closed, it does look a little bit goofy. But just a quick reminder before we move on, this video is taking me a lot of time to make, so if you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, moving on to the rest of the sets. Now, going on to number 28, here I have Lloyd and Aaron's Ninja Team mechs, and this one was a set that I expected to like a lot more, and I feel like a lot of people might like this set, but personally, I'm just not a big fan of either of those mechs. I feel like Lloyd's mech is a mishmash of different concepts and ideas and colors. I like the sandals for shoes, I think that was creatively done, and I like those like pauldron type things on his shoulders, but overall, this mech just doesn't appeal to me as much as big mechs in Ninjago I think should. I like the head, but overall this is just a forgettable mech for me. Same can be said for Aaron's Ninja Team mech. I like the creative usage of the dragon headpiece and the Marvel mech cockpit style pieces, but overall this set is just nothing too special. But if you like this set a lot and you like how the mechs look, then I think this one's an alright set. It does come with a decent minifigure selection, but personally I'm just not a big fan of the mechs. Going on to number 27, here I have the Heatwave Transforming Lava Dragon, and this dragon is a pretty good looking dragon in my opinion. I did pick this one up, and I have to say in person it does look a little bit better than I thought. I also like the feature where you can flip the dragon over. That's creative, though I'm not sure if it's that big of a play feature, though it does seem like they put effort to make the dragon look good on both sides. 5 minifigures in a $55 set, I think that's pretty good. You have the exclusive Wildfire, a great way to get that Lord Ross, and just in general, I feel like this set is worth the $55 price point. I like that Lord Ross side build. I'm a big fan of the dragon personally, and just because I like that dragon quite a lot, I'm going to be putting this set here. Going on to number 26, here we have the Young Dragon Ryu set from last year. This set's pretty much a perfect set for the $15 price point. It comes with 3 great minifigures. It was the first set to feature the awesome Sora hairpiece with headphones. It comes with a nice little Young Dragon Ryu build. I really like how that Young Dragon Ryu build looks personally. I like those wings. I like the use of the armor piece on the back to create like the texture for scales and stuff. I also like the new head mold. I think that looks really nice and fits his personality perfectly. So yeah, overall, just a pretty big fan of this set. There's not too much wrong that they did with this set, and that's why I'm going to be putting it here. Next up, moving on to number 25, here I have Roz and Aaron's Super Stormjet, and this was a set that I really liked at first, but I've kind of fallen out of love with it. I mean, I do like the way the jet looks. I like those lights in the middle of the jet, and I like how the cockpit can kind of be released, but I feel like this jet kind of ends a little bit too abruptly, and I'm not a huge fan of the way the wings are attached. I think they just look a little bit wonky. Also, $50 does feel like a little bit much for it, even though it does have 510 pieces. And 3 minifigures, all of those minifigures come in sets $20 and less. So overall, this set's alright if you like the jet, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of it, which is why it's at this spot. Going on to number 24, here I have Sora's Transforming Mech Bike Racer, and I actually quite like this set. I love that transforming play feature. I think it looks super cool. It was done super well, and this set looks really good in both mech and bike forms. Where I have to say this set's flaw has to be the price. I feel like if this set was $10 cheaper at maybe $40-ish, this set would have been closer to like the top 15, but I feel like at $47, it's just not the best value, though I really like the mech and the 3 minifigures that are included plus the baby dragon Ryu. I feel like this set does make up for its value kind of, but it's not the best price by any stretch of the imagination, which is why it's here. Going on to number 23, we have Lloyd's Elemental Power Mech. The Elemental mechs are some of my favorite mechs in Ninjago, as I've said time and time again, and this one's just my least favorite, because I feel like the red is just a little bit out of place on this one. As a whole, this set just doesn't have as much of a unique personality as the other Elemental mechs do, though the minifigure selection is really nice, this being the cheapest way to get Lloyd, Nia, and Cinder, so that was really nice, and overall this set's a pretty good set for $20. Going on to number 22, here I have Zane's Dragon Power Spinjitzu race car. A car that can do Spinjitzu is so cool, and it works surprisingly well, and you can actually use it like to knock down the other side builds that come in this set. That's just so cool. It also comes with Cole, that's a nice inclusion. Zane, 4 minifigures is a pretty good deal for $35, and overall, this set just ticks all the boxes for me personally. I like the way the car looks, I especially like the front, and that's why this set's gonna be so high. Going on to number 21, here I have the next elemental mech, Sora's elemental tech mech, and this one just has such a sleek and graceful look that I love, and it gives it such a unique personality, and I think it definitely matches Sora's personality as well. I like, again, the use of the blue and the pink and the white. I think that color scheme was done fantastically. I feel like the minifigure selection in this one is definitely like really lacking, coming with that really weird version of Sora. Like, I don't know, but in general, this mech's just a really good mech with kind of an underwhelming minifigure selection, which is why it's at this spot. Going on to the top 20, here I have Cole's Elemental Earth mech, and this mech just looks so cool. I like the bulky feel. I like how they use those armor pieces to add to the bulky feel, especially on the shoulder pads and the knee pads. I also like how they added the orange on his hands to give him like the earth punch that he had from back in season 7. That is so cool. It also ties into his elemental power. Minifigure selection really solid on this one. 2 minifigures, $20. Overall, again, not too much bad to say on this one. This one's a pretty good set in my opinion. Going on to number 19, we have the J-Mech Battle Pack, and this one I think was such a fantastic deal for $10. For one, it came with 4 minifigures, and that's why this set had to be like a must-buy for all Ninjago fans. I would recommend it to pretty much everyone, and those minifigures weren't bad either. We got that really cool Master Lloyd, we also got a Wolf Mask Warrior, and that exclusive Mech Pilot J. Overall, like the mech, it isn't terrible. It's not the best, but it's posable, it's playable, it's fun, and for any kids or just anyone who wants to pick up these minifigures, this was an excellent set, which is why it's so high. Going on to number 18, we have a similar set. This one's Zane's Battlesuit mech. This one I think is just slightly better because I feel like the mech just has a little bit more bulk to it, which is why I like it just a little bit more. I also feel like the minifigures are quite a bit better on this one because it does come with that Drix, and Drix is an awesome looking minifigure, I gotta say. He's one of my favorite minifigures from Dragons Rising. But if you want to know about that, check out my video where I rank all the Dragons Rising minifigures. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Wildfire and Zane are nice inclusions, and overall, this set is really similar to the J-Mag Battle Pack, but just slightly a bit better in my opinion. Next up at number 17, at this spot I put Kai's Climber mech. Now Ninjago does give us a lot of mechs, so I really appreciate it when they try to mix things up a little bit, and I think this set is just such a unique mech that was also done pretty well. I love the whole design of this set. It's like more skeletal-ish, I think. It's really thin near like the legs and the hands. That's really nice. I also like the feature where you can hang this whole set on a hook. That took some really nice engineering to make that happen. Going to the minifigures, I wish we had gotten a couple more. Like, I mean, 4 minifigures is a little bit disappointing, but I think I just really like the way this mech looks. It's just such a unique mech, and I really want to see more mechs like this. Going on to number 16, here I have Kai's Elemental mech, and this is the best Elemental mech out of them all by far, just because I feel like it combines the bulky aesthetic of Cole's Elemental Earth mech and the sleek aesthetic of Sora's mech, and it just combines them into one mech that has a fiery aesthetic. I like that fire piece coming off the hands. The color scheme overall is pretty good, and I really like this set just in general, because it also does come with the side builds. Side builds are always great because they give like the ninja something to fight against, and in this case, the wolf mech isn't bad. Also coming with 4 minifigures is great. Jordana's definitely the highlight, though I do really like Mech Pilot Zane. So yeah, that's why this set is going to be so high. Going on to number 15, here I have Eagle the Master Dragon, and I feel like this set is just a little bit overpriced, like maybe $5 to $10, but I don't care because I love that dragon so much. Oh my god, this dragon has like so much personality, and he looks so cool in person, especially with that like Master Wu hat. The black and white color scheme is looking awesome. Those tattered brown wings are great. Also, the 5 minifigures that come in this set are pretty good, and if you buy this set, you pretty much have a lot of the characters that you'll ever need for Dragons Rising Season 2 Part 1. You have the main villain, Lord Roz, you have a side villain, Cinder, and you have 3 ninjas. So overall, I think this set was a pretty good package, and just because I love how that dragon looks, I'm going to be putting him here at number 15. Going on to number 14, here we have Ninjago City Workshops, and I know many of you might not have expected this set to be this low, but personally, I just feel a little bit underwhelmed by this set. I feel like it had potential to be so much better, but it just kind of isn't. I get that they were trying to make a Ninjago City set at a smaller scale, and I do respect that, but I feel like this set they just compromised on a lot of stuff. I don't think it's as dense and as vibrant as the other Ninjago City sets, which is something they definitely could have managed even with the smaller size. I also think that the minifigure selection is just so disappointing in this set. I feel like 10 minifigures could have worked, but the minifigures are just incomplete, they're inaccurate, especially Dorama and Dr. Loro. Casual Harumi is a nice touch, really should have had leg printing, man. And overall, this set is just a lot of missed potential in my eyes. It's a good looking build, but not too amazing. And for $250, I think you can definitely buy better $250 sets. Going on to number 13, here we have the Destiny's Bounty set Race Against Time. And this set is a pretty good set in my opinion. I like the way the bounty looks. The all new bounty definitely looks really nice. I like the middle section being like so thin. I also like the new sails. Overall though, I'm also a pretty big fan of the interior space this bounty has. It looks like you can easily fit all of the ninja minifigures that you get in this set. And speaking of the minifigures, for $160 I definitely would have wanted more, but the minifigures that we're getting aren't bad, and if you get this set, you pretty much have all of the characters that you'll need for Dragons Rising Season 1, though I would have liked someone like Empress Beatrix. I think that would have been a nice inclusion. Going on to number 12, here we have the all-new Arc Dragon of Focus, and this is a set that I've kind of come to like more and more. I think that the dragon does look pretty nice. I like the two-headed look, though I'm not a big fan of the whole neck area. I feel like the transition from the neck into the body is just not all that organic, but I like the two different colors. I think those two come together well. I'm not a huge fan of the blue, but I'm a pretty big fan of those blue wings, and the play feature with the blue wings was done really well in my eyes. The little bits of gold also add a nice touch. So overall, this dragon's pretty decent in my opinion. Where this set really shines has to be the minifigure selection. Zark, Drix, and Pixel are definitely the highlights of this set, and for $100 getting 8 minifigures, 3 of which are absolutely fantastic, is definitely a great deal, which is why this set is so high. Going on to number 11, here we have the Dragonian Storm Village set, and this set, I'm just gonna get it out of the way, is a great minifigure pack. There's not much to say about the build. It looks ugly. It's also kind of a stretch to actually call it a village because it's more like a slight facade, but the minifigures hands down carry this set. Moro and Rogue are the standouts, but you also get Zane and Nia, who are 2 great ninja to get, and 2 generic Dragonian warriors. And Dragonian warriors, these are the army buildable faction of this season, so it's always nice to get more of them. The play feature is cute, but just because I love those minifigures so much, and personally I am a minifigure person, that's why I love this set so much. Going into the top 10 though, here we have the Tournament Battle Arena, and this is an excellent set on all fronts. I really like the build. I think it has some cute play features, and also really like that Sensei Wu statue, and this set at the same time also has an absolutely fantastic minifigure selection. Evil Jay and Cinder are for sure the highlights, though I do like Tox even though she's not my favorite. Also Kai and Sora and a Wolf Mask Warrior with those claws, they just really round off this set so well. And for $50, I think this was a great package, coming with a great build, great minifigures, all for a great price, which is why I like this set so much. Going on to number 9, here I have the Temple of the Dragon Energy Cores, and this is just such a beautiful looking temple in my opinion. $95, 6 minifigures, definitely worth it in my opinion, especially because this is the cheapest way to get Empress Beatrix, and it does come with that awesome Lord Roz and the awesome Spirit of the Temple, all of which I think are great minifigures. This temple, oh my god, it just looks so pretty. I like the tree that comes out of the side. The temple just has a really tall and thin look, and the colors they used with the red, the blue, and the gold just mixed together all pretty well. This temple is just so beautiful. I can't get over it, which is why this set is in the top 10. Going on to number 8, we have another absolutely beautiful build. This one's even more beautiful in my opinion. We have the Dragon Stone Shrine. Now this being a set I did just get recently, I can say that this set looks a lot better in person than I thought. The sculpting, especially like around the dragon and the rocky area, it was just done so well, and it gives it such a realistic look. I also like the cherry blossom tree that's like growing out of the side. That's really nice. This set is also pretty cozy. It has some interior space, and it has a couple of nice play features. $120, this set does feel a little bit small, but it's just so dense that I think it is worth it. Minifigure selection, not much to talk about. The Euphrasia Raws are really nice to get, which is what I think overall propels this set to number 8. Going on to number 7, we have another huge set. This time it's Zane's Ultra Combiner Mech set. And this set I think is just a really fun set. This set has one of the best transforming play features I've ever seen. It's just so smooth. It works so well. You don't have to take apart too much. Also, I think it's quite simple. And this set looks good in both transformed form and the full mech form. Ryu is a nice inclusion to get. I also like some of the pieces that we get in this set, like those huge Ryu wings. Minifigure selection in this set is also spot on. 6 minifigures, technically 7 if you count the big Zane as a minifigure. Noct is definitely the star of the show, but Pixel's a nice one to get, Cole's a nice one to get. I also really like the Dragonian Warriors, glad to see that they're coming in more sets. And overall, this set's just a really nice big mech with a great minifigure selection, so there's not too much I can critique about it. That's why this set is going to be number 7. Just outside of the top 5, here at number 6, I have the Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo. And this one I think is just such an excellent playset. I think if any kid bought this, he would just have so much fun playing with this set because it has so many like little play features. It has an arena out front where you can literally battle minifigures. That is so cool. That's something I've always wanted since I was a kid. That being said, looking at the actual Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo build, it's just a big gate in my opinion. It is meant to be a facade that's allowing you to have more space to like pose minifigures and play with them, and I can definitely see the appeal in that. But if you're buying this set just to display it, it's probably not going to be the best set because the facade, it's not bad looking, but it's not the best looking set by far. But the last part of this set is the minifigure selection, and that is absolutely phenomenal. It comes with 4 ninja and pretty much all of the bad guys from this season. That's great to see because if you buy this set, you pretty much have all the characters that you're ever going to need for this season. It's great to see that in bigger sets they're including a lot more minifigures. This set I think is definitely a decent looking set, but just because of the play and the minifigures, this set's going to be propelled to number 6. Going on to number 5, we have the Thunderfang Dragon of Chaos. Now, call it recency bias, but I just really love this dragon, man. The more I've looked at it, the more I've just fallen in love with it. I love the legs. I love, like, the slanted pose that this dragon has. I love how it gets, like, really thin near the back. Also, maybe it's just me, but seeing this dragon in the show actually has made me like this set a lot more for some reason. I love those wings, those storm spiral designs on them look great. The head mold is great. Also, purple and red is not a color scheme that we've gotten all too often for Ninjago villains, and especially not Ninjago villain dragons, and this set I think just nails it on all fronts. Also, going to the minifigure selection, $70 for 6 minifigures is definitely great. This is the cheapest way to get Noct and a great way to get him as well. It comes with Aaron, who's definitely a good minifigure to include, and it comes with some other nice minifigures who are some pretty decent inclusions in my opinion. So overall, I think this set just comes with a fantastic dragon, a pretty good minifigure selection, all for a great price, which is why this set is going to be in the top 5. Going on to number 4, here I have the Elemental Dragon vs the Empress Mech, and this set is a phenomenal set. Now, my main problem with this set is the price, and the price was the main reason I wasn't gonna put this set here in the top 5, but after thinking about it, I just kind of decided to give it a pass for the price because the set is just so good. It comes with 2 opposing factions, like you have the villain mech and you have like the hero dragon. You can have them like fighting each other. That's so cool. It comes with the great minifigure selection. You have like 6 to 7 minifigures. That's nice to see. And all of those minifigures are also pretty good. Again, it comes with Empress Beatrix and Lord Roz, both of which are great minifigures. It also comes with that exclusive Imperium Warrior, which I don't know why he's exclusive, but I mean, great to get him, I guess. It comes with the Elemental Dragon, which has to be one of the best Ninjago dragons we've ever gotten. I like how it's like on 2 legs. That gives it such a unique look. The unique bend in the body is also great, and the lightning aesthetic shines through on this dragon a lot. Going to the Empress Mech as well, I think that was done really well. It looks super sleek. I like the use of the stickers. They really add to this set, and I like that big sword that uses a Prime Empire blade. This set, if it weren't for the price, this set would be a perfect set, and just because this set is so perfect, I kind of decided to ignore the price, at least for this ranking. Going on to the top 3 now, the 3 best sets from Dragons Rising. Here we have the Tournament Temple City, and I think this set is a bit overly judged in my opinion because a lot of people compare it to the Ninjago City sets, which To be fair, it's not trying to be a Ninjago City set. It's trying to be like its own thing for $250, and I think it does do that pretty well. I like the rocky terrain, the rocky shaping was done really well. I'm also a pretty big fan of the temple. It's not the Temple of Air Jitsu or anything, but I think the temple does give it a pretty nice look. Minifigure selection also is pretty good. 13 minifigures. I might have liked maybe one or two more, but we get pretty much a lot of the ninja. You get Lord Roz, you get Jordana, you get some cool new side characters like Roby and Black, and overall I feel like this set is worth the $250 price point. I really like how the build looks, and the minifigure selection is also pretty good. So yeah, definitely a huge fan of this set. Top 3 for sure. Going on to number 2 though, here we have Cole's Titan Dragon Mech, and this set, oh my god, there's not much more I can say about this set that I haven't already said, but I mean, if you want to know why I love this set, just look at the mech. It's absolutely phenomenal. One minifigure, a lot of people are mad about that, but as designer Neek said, if that included more minifigures, they would have had to compromise on the build, and I'm willing to trust him, and I definitely don't want to compromise on this mech at all, because it's just the best Ninjago mech that we've gotten so far. I feel like if you really like the way this mech looks, and you're not so interested in the minifigures, and you just want to get a great set for display, this set is going to be for you. This set was definitely meant to be appealing to an adult audience, and I think it does that so well with an excellent mech. Going on to number 1 though, my favorite set from Dragons Rising. This one hasn't changed for quite a while. We have the Source Dragon of Motion. Honestly, I think I've run out of ways to compliment this set. This set is so perfect in so many ways. One of my favorite things that they've done with this set is they've kind of smoothened it off at a lot of spots, like for example on the top of those legs and on the body. Despite being a surprisingly big dragon, there is a lot of posability. You got articulation in the wings, you got it in the middle, you got it in the legs, and I think you can get this dragon to be extremely expressive if you want to. I also like the huge wings. I love the design on them. The little bits of gold and the general color scheme was done so well, and of course this set is just absolutely huge. Going to the minifigure selection, it comes with some great minifigures. You get Lord Ross and Jordana, and you get like 4 other decent minifigures like Kai and Aaron. Overall, I don't think the minifigure selection is the main draw of this set. I think the dragon combined with that awesome throne just sell this set to me personally, which is why this set is number 1, and it's probably going to be number 1 unless they absolutely cook in summer 2025. But that was my full and complete list with all of the sets from Dragons Rising. Let me know what you agree with and disagree with down in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe. Let me know what else you want me to rank down in the comments below, and other than that, I'll see you in the next one.